Welcome to the Stripes and Strings podcast, live from Lubbock, Texas. In studio today, we have Dallas Owens.
Hello, I am Dallas Owens.
I've known Dallas for a couple of years now. What brought you to Lubbock, man?
It's really cheap to live here, mostly. I keep coming back. I move around a lot, and I usually end up back in Lubbock for a good while because it's I don't have to work very much, and I get to just, play music more often. So that's, cheapness.
Cool, man. And so you're originally from San Angelo, is that correct?
No, I'm originally from Roby, Texas, and Sweetwater, Texas. I grew up in between the two out in the country. And then I moved up to Levelland to do school for a little bit. Then I moved from Levelland to Abilene, back to Roby for a second, then back to Abilene, and then from Abilene to Plano for a very short time, Plano back to Abilene again. Whoa. Back to Abilene again. As I was saying, before I was so rudely interrupted by Crash and a Bang, where was I at this point?
Abilene
to Austin, back to Lubbock to San Angelo to Austin to Marble Falls to Stephenville back to Lubbock, and now I'm here.
Your car's probably got a few thousand miles on it now.
I totaled out car. I got a new car.
Jeez.
And by new, I mean like a 93, like a Ford Taurus station wagon.
New something you haven't driven yet, right?
Yeah, exactly. I like it. It's cool. It's automatic. It gives me a lot of free time.
Right, I bet. Cool. So you've got a gig coming up on February 7th,
yeah,
right?
February the 7th is Saturday. It's going to be at Crossroads. My birthday is on the 8th, and so at 12 I'm going to turn an unspecified age. And we're going to celebrate by drinking and playing and having a really good time. It'll be like a $5 cover. Starts at 10. Dave Martinez is opening up. Zoe Carter is opening up. And then we're playing for a good little while.
Cool, man. What's probably one of the most exciting gigs that you think you've gotten to play recently? Or just one that you feel had the best energy?
Almost every time I go to San Angelo to play, like at the Penny Pub, back when I used to do that a while. I haven't done it in a little while, but it's always really good. Like people are into it and people listen. Like that whole town's pretty good at listening to music. But here in Lubbock, PM like this a few Sundays ago, I don't even remember. Dear Rabbit played, and I played for a little while, and it was a really solid, really good time. I had a blast and a half. It got all my wiggles out. I'd taken a while off, so I needed to get a lot of stuff out, and I did, and it was awesome.
Cool, man. So, and you've got another gig coming up March 20th back at PM, right? Back at PM,
yes, sir. That's going to be, I think that's a Friday. I could be wrong.
Cool. Who are you playing with?
It'll just be me. I'm not sure yet. I've been working on trying to get a band together for a while. Yeah, the band will be announced. Dylan Snyder's got the drums. He always is my drummer for sure.
I've never seen you play with another percussionist other than Dylan.
Yeah, it's just there's no need. He's a human metronome. It's insane. He's so good at what he does. And now he's playing full drum set instead of the cajon, and it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
I'm gonna have to hear him behind the kit, man. That's gonna be awesome.
It'll be really good. Really good indeed.
Right on. So, I don't know. Being here in Lubbock, what's one thing you probably dislike the most, for sure?
The weather, by a long shot.
That seems to be a common answer. I asked this question to just a lot of random people because I haven't been here that long. Well, in perspective to other people, that are in and around here, I've only been here for about 4.5 years. Yeah. And it's a lot of fun though. Yeah. But everybody has their negative, and weather for sure seems to be the most common answer.
Yeah, it gets so cold and it's so windy, and then so hot and so windy. It's so thunderstormy and so windy. I like it though, man. There's I don't mind the heat at all. It's the cold that kills me, but through the winter I'm just oh God. But summertime I'm musical the whole time. I enjoy Lubbock for the most part.
Right on. So you're one of the first local artists I heard play when I moved to Lubbock. I went to the Blue Light one night, and it was a Monday, and I heard you play, and I was just, honestly, I wasn't paying very much attention. I was just kind of, paying attention to my beer, and and you started playing, and I was like, man, this guy sounds pretty good. And then you opened your mouth, and I was like, this guy is, I mean, he's got the most crazy, unique style. Like, what's one thing that maybe influenced you to just to have the sound that you do?
I listen to absolutely everything, like every kind of music, and I take everything I can from everything that I listen to, even if it's like bad music. Like there's something in there that you can like learn from. You're like, oh, okay, I know not to do that, or like, oh, that part sounded pretty cool. Like I could see where they were going, and
like everybody has their guilty pleasures, in music that may influence. Everybody has that one catchy line, that stupid pop song.
There's some pop songs that are just so catchy I can't even be mad at them. I'm just like, that's solid. Like it's solid, catchy. Like that's what it's there for. That's what it does. I mean, I can appreciate almost every kind of music. I don't listen so much to like death metal or like angry kind of music because I like to stay calm,
Right.
But I can appreciate it, but I don't listen to a lot of it.
That's kind of how I feel with dubstep. Like, I mean, I like it, and I'll listen to it if I've got shit to do that day. But like, if I'm just chilling at the house and I put that stuff on, it's like, man, I gotta clean, I gotta, something.
I forgot about dubstep. I don't listen to dubstep either.
It's just good background music.
Yeah.
I use it a lot for like if I was traveling.
I could definitely see that. To me, there's just too much going on, man. Like there's too much going on. It's
way too much stimulus for you.
Yeah, I'd rather just give me like acoustic kind of sound and stuff, or just really good rock and roll, or some jazz, like some Billie Holiday, or even like Louis Armstrong or Django Reinhardt, if I'm saying that correctly. Like phenomenal things. Like people it's insane. I don't know. I love me some music.
Right on. Who's probably your most influential songwriter that you maybe have at least just gotten just that drive from? You know what I mean? Because you can be inspired by a lot of things, but just the one that you're like, man, this is like the one.
Well, the first one was like, my first love was the Beatles, all of them. Mm-hmm. Then it was Bob Dylan, of course, and that's what actually got. I used to play bass from the time I was like 14. I played bass. Didn't really start playing guitar heavily until I was like 17, like almost like 18, and it was just because I felt like Bob Dylan was just so good. I was like, I have to do that. Like I have to try to do that. And then Townes Van Zandt has been stuck with me for like 6 years. Of just like, oh my god, like I want to be exactly like Townes Van Zandt, but I can't be. Just can't be that sad. Like I'm pretty sad. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I've seen you some days at the bar, which is like, what's up, man? And you're just like, hey, and it's like, oh, cool. But I mean,
but I'm no Townes Van Zandt. That's for sure. That dude, and he was just a pure like poetry, just poetry. I can never string words together that well. Like it's amazing.
Yeah, no, he definitely knew how to put feelings behind everything. Even if it was subtle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you said you started playing bass at 14. Was it just to play an instrument, or were you starting up a local band with, garage band with some friends, or what was the deal behind that?
I was at church camp, and there was this band, like they got together. There was like this guitarist, this drummer, and I'm not really sure what the other guy did. Probably play guitar as well, or sing, or some such thing.
Right.
And he just sang. That's what happened. And they're like, we need a bass player, and my dad played bass, or he plays bass. Like he's like really really good at it, and he taught me a few things, and I learned a lot. But like that day, I knew nothing about it, like absolutely nothing. I was just like, yeah, my dad can do it. I can probably do it, like an idiot.
Right.
And then I started playing, and it was awful. Like I was just doing so bad, but everybody was young and pretty dumb, and we were all like, everybody was like, yay. And I was jumping up and down while I was playing, and I was like, "Oh God, what's happening?"
Everybody has that moment where you just inevitably have to have a rock star
moment. And I never expected anything like that ever. And everybody was jumping, and I was jumping, and the song was over, and I was super stoked. And I went and sat down outside, and I looked at the drummer dude, and I was like, "Dude, I just figured out what I'm doing forever." And that's what started the whole thing. I just played bass for a good little while in high school. And then, 17, I started playing guitar. I didn't really do that at all, or sing that often in public until I was 20, 21.
Right. Had you written very many songs before you started? I mean, obviously before you started singing, or was it just something that you did because you knew you could play guitar and play bass? So it's like, well, now that I'm screwed out of singing something, did you just start playing, or had you previously written some songs?
I've always since I was a little kid, just written little songs, but it was nothing to
Right.
It's just like stupid stuff, like what I'm doing that day, like, oh, there's a dog in the way, or like, I mean, it's just ridiculous things. And I've, like, me and my sister Brittany, we used to get like tapes, blank tapes, and we'd like karaoke songs that we knew, but we changed all the words to make fun of people. And that we did a lot of writing then. Like, me and her wrote a lot of songs together when we were really little. And then I always wrote poetry, and I've always played music, but I never wanted to really combine the two because I really enjoyed not having to sing. Like, you had a lot of freedom to run around and move around, and I was still young and like had energy, and I can, you know, do whatever I wanted while I'm playing bass, and it was awesome.
Well, and it's a lot of coordination to learn to play and sing at the same time. You don't really realize it until you start trying to combine the two.
It was super hard. My dad always played bass and sang at the same time, which is so hard to do.
I've tried doing that. It's a nightmare
you have
for me.
You have to keep exact rhythm because the drummers, like when I was in high school, man, all the drummers like couldn't, like, they'd speed up and they'd slow down.
Right.
Like, no, watch me. Like, okay, so I have to keep the time. I got to keep this rhythm, and like I'm gonna sing a couple of songs. Like, I was just like, I gotta do this, and I figured it out. And my dad told me, like, if you want to learn how to play and sing at the same time, like, learn a cowboy song from Thin Lizzy. And I still, to this day, have never been able to do it. It's really hard to play bass to that song and sing it at the same time. Like, that's like, if you can do that, you're like pretty good at what you're doing. And keep time. You have to be able to keep time. Yeah, no,
I went to school at South Plains for a little bit up there to play bass, and so I was going up there, and our ensemble slowly dwindled to nothing, and I even left South Plains. But
hey, I did that too, man. I got about a half a semester in South Plains for bass. Like, I was going for bass.
Yeah, I got about 3/4 of a semester in. So,
yeah.
But yeah, it's insane. But so as we slowly dwindled, we ran out of guitar players, and then we ran out of vocalists.
You ran out of guitar players? That's really hard to believe.
No. We started. Check it out, dude. We started out with 4, and then we put one of the dudes on keys, and he was the first to go. And we never had a drummer. We had a dude that when his ensemble was out, he could swing by and step in.
Was it Eduardo?
No, it was not.
Although
that would have been awesome.
Guy. He was amazing.
But anyway, it was just incredible. And then we lost 2 guitar players, and so we were down to 1 guitar player, me, our instructor, and then this other guy that when he showed up to class, he would play rhythm.
Yeah.
And so and then I was like, well, you're gonna have to sing this part, learn harmony to this part. And it's like, but I'm gonna keep this line going. Like, this sucks, man.
Yeah, it's really hard to do.
Well, my coordination was like, this sucks, because, you know, not entirely coordinated as I could be.
But it's, like, the more you do, it's just muscle memory. Like, as long as you can trust your fingers, like, then you can do whatever. And, but you have to build the trust with your fingers. It's a really, like, weird thing.
Absolutely. So what was, like, okay, for the people listening that don't know much about Dallas, he's just this incredible, just choppy sounding guitar player. Not choppy, but he's just got so many stops and goes in his songs, and he's just got this yowl about him. Or I call it a yowl. It's just awesome what he does. This is a cool cat for sure. But he's got this song out. It's called Skinwalker, and it's one of those, like, I'll wake up in the morning and start getting ready and doing shit, and it's like in my head, you know, it's like this. You know?
Yeah.
And so then inevitably I get what I can remember of the lyrics stuck in my head for a few hours, and it's just an incredible song, I think. What can you tell me about that song, for sure?
Well, Skinwalker is like a Navajo, like, mythological creature. A lot of them still, you know, believe in him and stuff. It's like some sort of a spirit that can shift shapes. It's like from human to, like, you know, a wolf or like a bear or whatever it may be, maybe like a beaver. I don't know what they'd want to turn into, but and they were, like, always, like, mischievous and, like, on the evil side of things, and, like, they're frightening.
Right. Well, I mean, if you had the power to transfigure into whatever you wanted to, I'm sure you'd cause a lot of mischief yourself. I mean, I would.
Oh, definitely, and but then, and it was kind of like, because I used to be really nervous about getting on stage, like, really nervous when I started singing. Not when I was playing bass, but I started singing and playing guitar.
Right.
It was like I was always just, like, shaking, like, oh god. And then eventually I had to build up some sort of weird, like, alter ego to be able to get myself to go out there,
right,
and do it, like, the best that I could. And then, like, it was basically the Man, the Medicine is what I went by, because it was not, that way my name was not attached to it. And, like, whether I was by myself or with a full band, it was the Man, the Medicine. And because it was, I mean, It's a cool name, mostly, but
I agree. It definitely has a ring to it for sure.
But I've dropped it, and I've just gone by Dallas Owens now because it's like I'm comfortable doing it. So I'm Dallas Owens from now on. But that being said,
are you gonna name your band, like Dallas Owens and the Medicine Men?
No,
like that. I could see that as a runoff of it. And that sounds good.
I thought about it, I've thought about it, but I think I'm gonna go with the Sons of Reverend Lawless. My dad's band, like last album he recorded was Reverend Lawless and the Truth, and that's like the coolest band name I've ever heard in my entire life.
Agreed.
And so I think might be calling it the Sons of Reverend Lawless, but that's a really long thing to write out. So possibly I'm just gonna keep just going by Dallas Owens and just like either way with the band or not,
Right on. So you've already established that you're gonna get Dylan on or keep Dylan on drums. And is there anybody locally that you may be considering for other parts, like lead or auxiliary?
There's a lot of prospects. But there's a lot that goes into having a band, and it's like there's a lot of stress of communicate, and like just communication is like so necessary. And musicians
horrible about getting back to each other.
They're horrible about getting back to each other. They're mostly flakes. And like I'm not mad at it. You can't be like
sadly it's part of the industry. It's part of the
you can't be great at an instrument and like
be punctual at the same time.
Good at life, And to me, sorry, I got like real close to the
No, you're
mic
fine.
There. I have to be on time to everything. I always have. It's a really strange thing to me. Like I'm usually 15 minutes early to whatever I'm supposed to do. I've always got a weird thing. I get like really upset about not being places on time.
Right.
I've always been that way, but most people aren't that way, and I would imagine that's hold on, I lost my train of thought there. Let me back up a little bit.
No, that's fine.
Lost it.
Well, dude, I'm with you there on having to be, at least on time, not talking trash to anybody, but my mother, I love her to death, but she would be late to her own funeral if she wasn't the star attraction. Like, so, and my whole life it was like, dude, what, my friends, if I was supposed to be somewhere, like before I, was able to drive myself or, basketball practice, the bus stop, shit like that, I was always, 2-3 minutes late, if the weather was good and there was no traffic. So, it's, I don't know, been ingrained like in my system, like I don't want to be late.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm that way. Everybody, like my mother and such are all also late all the time.
I think it's a female trait, not to be sexist or misogynist.
Whoa, bro! Hey, Dallas Owens does not necessarily agree with everything that Quaid Anderson says.
No, and that's I don't
disclaimer.
mean it. Well, let's think about this generally. They have to do their hair.
Yeah.
They have to do their makeup. They have more upkeep than we do about most general things.
That's for sure.
So honestly, you can be showered up, done, ready, and out the house in 20 minutes if you have to find your keys.
Well, that's not the essential thing. Well, the essential thing is that I know exactly how long it takes me to get ready, and I wake up in time to do that before I go somewhere. Like, I don't know. It's really not that hard. 15 minutes is not that big of a deal. Isn't that much sleep. Generally speaking, if I have to wake up early to do something, I get so freaked about it at night that I just don't end up not sleeping, and I'm just tired to all these important things. God, I just didn't sleep because I was so nervous about not being able to wake up in time. It's strange anxiety that I have.
Yeah, no, my body clock is set to about 8:30, and I don't have to have an alarm or anything.
That's insane.
Doesn't matter how late I got in from the night before, anything like that. If I'm asleep to that point, that's when I wake up.
That's crazy.
It sucks.
Well, yeah.
Because, day off, I don't want to sleep till noon because I, blue light won again.
Oh, yeah.
So, but not going to happen.
Yeah, most people's circadian rhythm is based off of sunlight and what have you, so that's not, too unusual. A lot of people can wake up just naturally, pretty early in the morning. Mm-hmm. I am by far 100% not one of those people. If I have to wake up before 2, I might get up before that, but I'm going to lay in bed until, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, no matter what, or else I feel terrible.
Right. Yeah, no, if I lay there and toss and turn around for a while, I get there, it's this spot's hot now and I'm sweaty, and then I move, and then overall I just get frustrated, and then if I get out of bed, I'm already slightly, angry or irritable.
And it's hard for me to turn off my brain a lot of the times, and that's what keeps me up. And it's alright, I'm used to it. I've always had issues with sleep and stuff, and sometimes I don't have it, sometimes I have lots of it, and it's probably not the healthiest way to live, but it's the way that I live, and I'm like used to it, so I can be tired and do anything.
Right. It's, dude, definitely for sure not having consistent sleep sucks, but, just those nights where your brain doesn't turn off and you can't get sleep. Has that really been, one of those times that your, songwriter mode kicks on?
That's most of the time it's when it kicks on, is about between like 3 in the morning to 5 in the morning, and then I can write a song, right. At least, or get a lot of one done, or like start 2 or 3 and just leave them there for a good long time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I get a lot of writing done then, and that's why I'm just like, all right, man, you just gotta go with it. If your brain's working, you might as well use it,
Right, not gonna waste it because we don't all get to keep it forever.
Yeah.
So. There's a lot of local musicians that you've gotten to play with, and not to call anybody out or put anybody down, but if you could pick, probably 2 or 3 other people to do just a set with, who do you think it'd be? Or if everybody, was able to play full band and you were able to orchestrate like a tour of sorts. If you were only allowed to pick local folk, who do you think it'd be?
That's a super difficult question, man.
Well, that's the point of this, man. Is I want to get inside that creative mind you've got.
Every time I play, like I've played a couple of things where it's like me, Dave Martinez, and Benton Leachman, and that's like, to me, I love that combination. I don't know how they feel about it. I really enjoy those two. I love both their music, and I think it fits really well. They're all different kind of parts of a spectrum of the same kind of feel,
Right. Well, I mean, you just mentioned those, and like I didn't, I was kind of sitting here thinking like, man, maybe if he said, so and so or so and so, like it'd be like an odd match, not necessarily an odd match, but like a wild card in my mind. But that.
Well, I mean, but that's just 3. I mean, I would love to like mess around with Rattlesnake Milk.
Oh, for sure.
They're one of my favorite bands ever.
Have you played with Brendan Adams before?
No, there was a time he was like playing at PM and I was playing at local or something, but that's about as close as it got.
Cool. I'd like to see y'all play together.
That would be really cool, I think. That would be really cool. But there's so many great people around here. I like playing with almost all of them. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Levi,
the thing.
like Levi's music, man. I love playing with him.
Levi's a great songwriter.
Levi
he doesn't play out much.
No,
for those of y'all who don't know
it's a treat.
Yeah, for those of y'all who don't know who Levi Fowler is, he's the harmonica player for Dalton Domino and the Front Porch Family Band, and is also a kick-ass guitar player and songwriter. Yeah, he won't admit it, but he's pretty good, man. He's helped co-write a lot of things for Dalton, and I know he's done some other co-writes around town. Oh, yeah. Have you ever wrote with Levi?
Oh yeah. It's a trip. I love it.
He definitely looks at things from an angle you're not sitting at.
Oh, for sure.
Not a short person pun at all.
And like me and him, we're really close friends. So like we've hung out with each other enough to where like in the middle of this we'll like start both getting like frustrated, like just like come on, man, and then like all right, let's have a cigarette and like chill and go back in. All right, like how much have we got? Like when we can, and it's like it usually comes out great. There's not a lot that get played out a lot, but it's more of an exercise for both of us, Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's awesome. Like he's got a lot of great songs.
Yeah, I mean, he played at local not too long ago. Are you going to be playing at local anytime soon? Possibly. Well, that you know of. I know you take a lot of last minute on a whim things.
Yeah. That's mostly like it's usually generally at local. It's generally a last minute thing. But I say generally, really not even half the time, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it. I usually know a couple weeks ahead of time, and that's plenty of time.
Right.
And it's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
Do you have like a ritual or anything like do you have to drink a certain beer or like do a dance or say something before you like perform or get on stage? Like everybody has some form of a little mantra, like stepping up to the plate sort of thing.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I think like the whole day, I'm just like I'm just in the mindset, and then like oddly enough, like is like uncharacteristic as it might seem, like the clothes that I put on, like the attire that I have on, like has like it's like okay, this is me playing music now. Like now I'm in Music Dallas instead of hanging out with people in Dallas,
Right. Although you still have a badass sense of style, if I may say.
Oh, thank you. I do what I can.
The fur coats and ponchos and random hats and glasses, and it's all definitely plays together, and you do it well, sir. I'm just like I realize most of the time that I just look like an insane person. Well, if that's going to invite the right people and deter the wrong ones.
Well, I mean, and you know what people are staring at then. And you're like, what? Like, is it because my nose is huge? No, it's probably this crazy cool hat that I have on and like this poncho or something. Like, it helps direct the attention away.
Mm-hmm. So, just out of curiosity, you started playing bass. Like, what was your first bass?
Washburn. It was like a wood grain Washburn. It was awesome. And then I painted it, and that was awesome.
What color did you paint it?
Oh man, it was a bunch of bright stuff that was like it was just odd shapes and waves and what have you. It was pretty cool looking. Clouds, there were clouds on there and like a sky. Not like it was awful looking. It was like, but I thought it was like the coolest shit ever. And played that for a little while, but then it crapped out.
It happens. Do you still have the body, or did you get rid of it?
It's sitting in San Angelo right now. I left it at my friend Chris Gadia's house. I lived with him for a while, and I had it hung up. When I left, I was like, "Do you like that? And I want to keep it." And like, I didn't want to really take a bunch of crap with me.
Right. It's always best to get rid of and condense what you got before you move.
Oh yeah, and like he deserves it. He loves music. I was like, it looks cool. You can have it put on your wall.
Cool, man. So, you're out at Blue Light a lot, or I see you, either Blue Light or Broadway most of the time. So, like, what's probably one of the coolest shows you got to see, at Blue Light or in Broadway, or just something here locally in Lubbock?
That's another tough one, man. Every time the Crooks play here, it's I'm in love with their music. The Crooks, man, they're so crazy. But I mean, the Felice brothers at Blue Light years ago, it was, oh man, like it just rocks my freaking world. It was amazing.
Hell yeah, man. So speaking of the Crooks, another and percussionist, another friend of ours, Joey Bybee. If you noticed today, he is now the drum player for the Crooks.
Oh no shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh really? I did not see that. I need to start paying more attention to things.
Yeah, no, I was right before y'all came and we sat down and talked about this. I was checking social media and it was like, check it out. And I was like, oh dang, and Joey deserves it. Every time I've hung out with him, he at least speaks of the Crooks once, and they're an amazing band as well.
Oh yeah, Joey's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. So and he was also he also played for Dalton Domino for a while and a few other bands. Have you ever played with Joey before?
No. I asked him when I first moved to Lubbock. He was like one of the first people I met. Mm-hmm. And we talked about it, but then he was just like, I don't have time, which was the noble thing to do. And he gave me
better than leading you on.
Yeah, and I was just like, oh okay. And then we found Dylan. Dylan was his roommate, and it's been bro love ever since. Like me and him are like we're bros, man.
Right on, man. So just another quick question, like, I know you've got some stuff out on SoundCloud, right?
I do. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry for saying bros twice.
Oh, no. You're fine. I was sitting here thinking earlier, I was like, man, I probably have said for sure like 15 times already. Not even thinking about it.
I don't want the American public to think I'm the kind of guy that says bros.
It happens, man.
but apparently I am completely the guy that says bros. Right. So, I mean, whatever. I'm going to own it now. Anyway, yeah, I have some stuff on SoundCloud. You just got to look Dallas Owens. Boom. I think it's, I don't know what all's on there. I think there's some stuff from my first, like, recording and, like, in Roscoe. Mm-hmm. And then some of the stuff off of Skinwalker.
Cool, man. So you're in the process of doing a video with Rob Phillips, right? Or have you already done the video?
No. We're in the talking part of it right now. Try to figure it out. It's gonna be pretty simple. It's gonna be pretty good. It's the "Man Beneath the Thorns" is the song, and I've got faith in it. I've known him since like 2007. Like when I was at South Plains, my dorm was shared a bathroom with his dorm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, cool, and, man.
So I've known him for a good long while.
What years were you at South Plains, or what semester?
Fall of 07.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Cool. So, like, other than going out in Lubbock, like, what's something else that you do around here for fun? Like, just something that, when you have a little bit of jingle in your pocket and you don't want to spend it at the bar.
Food. Like, just Chinese food. I'll go to, like, Carino's. things that most of people wouldn't think were expensive to me. I like kind of like super like treats. I'm like, ooh, Dallas got money. Wingstop, like mostly food. Hastings. I go to Hastings, buy some shit.
Right. I'm a sucker for wings, so I feel you there.
Yeah.
I've been having like pregnancy cravings. Like I'm not pregnant.
Are you sure?
Obviously. Well, I
Have
don't
you
know.
taken the test?
No, I haven't. I'm scared. But regardless.
Do you want me to go buy? Are you embarrassed? Do you want me to go buy the test for you?
Totally embarrassed, man. I have one of those faces that people just like kind of seem to, maybe not recognize, but remember.
Yeah.
So.
And the way you're glowing are gonna tip people off immediately.
Yeah, right. My sheepish demeanor.
Yeah.
But no, it's been the last probably month or so. I've just been like, oh my god, like I want wings, like fucking feed me wings now. And I've gone Buffalo Wild Wings, Wingstop, Hooters, fucking everywhere, man. And I don't know. I finally got over it a couple of days ago, which has really saved my expenses.
Yeah, but, I mean, I've gone a good long while. It's like that just makes me like. I don't know. I'm so happy when I'm eating wings. Yeah. But, like, I mean, I usually get, like, the garlic parmesan, and if I do that, like, I'm not going to go see people for the rest of the day. So, like, it's, like, Sundays when, like, I know I'm not going to see anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for me, I like the hot wings for sure. But wings are so damn expensive for what they really are. Like if you go out and buy them. But
I mean, I can't make that shit.
I could, honestly, I'd have to Google an address, go get the shit and follow the directions. But, I mean, I don't doubt my abilities to get it done.
Those are some tough flavors to reproduce, man.
Well, I'm not going to try to go all, psycho crazy on it, but...
Yeah.
No, but I don't know, something about eating wings for me or anything with your hands, it's so primal,
Yeah. You feel like a tiny king.
Right, you feel like, medieval or fucking caveman sitting there eating something you had over the fire. Yeah,
only it's covered in delicious sauces and you dipping it in ranch, which is basically just fat.
Yeah, but it's so good.
Oh, it's so good.
Like there's a lot of things that just are incomplete without ranch dressing. Yeah, in my mind.
Absolutely. I say like I know some things are unhealthy, but it's not stopping me from doing them at all.
Cigarettes, perfect example.
Food and elsewhere in life. But yeah, cigarettes, dude. It's like, what are you doing, man? They stink. It makes you feel bad.
Right, and we were all at one point or another in shape where we could run from one end of a basketball court to another, even if we were just chasing after somebody that stole your backpack and not be totally winded.
Nah, Dallas, don't run, man. I've never.
So if you're running, something's chasing your ass, and I need to outrun you.
Yeah.
Cool. I will keep that in mind. If
I can jump real high, and I'm not afraid to climb shit. That's what keeps me alive.
Nimble he seems to be.
Well, I don't know. I haven't had to run from anything in a long time. Ever since I've been legally of age to drink, there's like not a lot of reasons I have to run in life.
No joke, man. That was. I think crime is one thing that kept me in shape as a youth. Because there was always the threat of, oh shit, man, we're gonna get caught.
Crime.
Well, okay, crime's a pretty harsh word. But
over there in crime,
I should say, delinquency.
Delinquency. Yeah. I mean, there was some shenanigans me and my friends.
Yeah, everybody TP'd a house.
Yeah. We did it almost constantly. It was like, and we go like 4 or 5 at night. The trick was to get one of those giant rolls like from Whataburger.
Yes.
And just use that one thing. It'll cover however much you need, man.
And the shit doesn't have the perforated lines to pull squares, so it's not it has so much more tensile strength for the.
It's frightening to try to catch it on the other side of the tree though. Those things are like 25 pounds.
Yeah, you miss that bitch, it's gonna split your nose or your eye, or maybe not split it, but you're gonna be pissed.
Yeah, just hit the ground. I'm not that I'm like saying that you as the listeners should do that.
Oh no, by no means are we condoning any form of vandalism.
I am 26 years old. There's no reason for me to go out and TP a house, but it was something to do, man. I was with Roby in Sweetwater, man. I was like, what are you gonna do? And nothing. Right. I didn't do a lot of drinking or drugs or anything in high school, and
I drank my fair share in high school.
Yeah. I do it every now and again. I would go to the pasture and be like, nobody's going to catch me out here. I'm paranoid, man. I always have been.
Yeah, see, I grew up in a town that's about 15 miles north of Rito, and it's, same thing as population, like 2,000 people, like maybe. And it's, probably more than that now. But there was just, you could go out in the middle of bumfuck nowhere and nobody give a shit. Just get home and get past the folks, you're okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or just stay out there. Yeah. I'm staying out.
Right, before everybody had cell phones. Like, shit, I was 16, 17 before I got a cell phone, man.
Yeah, as was I. why would you need a cell phone? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go like walk somewhere, leave a note. It's not hard.
No,
I don't have to talk to you all day. Like
that's a small thing you start to notice is that people don't leave notes anymore. Like you'd never see people's handwriting. Like you used to, like growing up, you get somebody's paper in class and you'd be like, oh, it's so and so's, because you could tell by handwriting. Because I mean, granted, it was a small school. But, there wasn't all this, you left notes, you wrote letters, you did shit like that. Technology's just progressed to the point where, other than artistry, there's really not much to put uniqueness to.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I agree with
artistry,
that.
one form or another. I mean, whether it's, a style or things like that. But you don't see people, write letters or leave you a, hey man, be back in 20, note or anything like that. They just jot you a text. Like, do you currently have a roommate or anybody that you live with?
Two. I got Levi and my buddy Adam.
Okay. Have you ever seen Adam's handwriting?
Yeah.
Okay. Poor example. Trumped again. But there's a lot of people like, okay, I've got 2 roommates right now, and one of them I don't know what it is. He could write something down right now. I know what he draws. He doodles all the time, but I've never seen him write anything down. So.
Well, I don't know, man. Maybe you should pay more attention. I'm just
you know what? There are some things that I could pay more attention to,
dude,
like speed limits.
Yeah, that's important. No,
absolutely.
I'm just messing with you. But I mean, it's just, but that's not necessarily, I don't know if it's necessarily a catastrophic thing. A lot of handwriting is messy and terrible and hard to look at.
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean, I don't know. It just depends on how you look at it. I can see it both ways, but I don't really mind getting text messages. But getting a letter in the mail and like it being like just like written to you is like so like that's a very touching
anymore
experience.
That's it's a very intimate thing to do.
Yeah,
for
you're just like, oh wow,
you know?
they took the time and they did all this and like it takes, but it's just because it takes so much fucking effort.
Right, because anymore it's become so streamlined with getting text, and I have nothing against technology. I think it's fucking awesome to get a text message. It's awesome that I have a device that I can take pictures and videos and record audio and search the internet, keep up with my friends' texts, and then I can call my mom.
Yeah.
Like it's or whoever I need to call. It's some awesome stuff.
I got a smartphone for the first time. Probably I think it was like either almost or about a year ago.
Right.
And
before that, you had a flippy phone.
It was a flip phone that just couldn't do anything. It could not do anything. Text and calls. Not too many of either. but I got this smartphone and my whole world is like just changed because of it. It's insane.
So, like, has it been more tempting to get on Facebook and just post random shit now that you actually have? Because it's kind of interesting to get to see. So you said this is your first smartphone, like, ever?
Uh-huh.
Like, this is a totally new experience for you, like, to have one, kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
have you had any, like, little giddy moments, like, now that you have a smartphone, have you had a guilty pleasure yet?
I mean, all the stupid-ass games I play.
Fair enough.
But,
it's better than Snake, right?
No, there's nothing better than Snake.
Not better, but definitely different than Snake.
Oh yeah, no, you don't get better than Snake, dude. Not at all.
No, it's insane how popular that Flappy Bird game got. I don't play games on my phone, but I'm around enough people.
I was aware of it.
That do it. That
I was aware of it, but I never actually saw it being played or played it myself. So I had no clue what Flappy Bird was about. I assume it's a bird, and then there was some flapping.
Yeah, well, there was a bunch of obstacles. Like it was kind of like old Mario style, but you pressed the button, you tapped your screen, and it kept this bird up.
Oh.
And you had to go over shit and pass under shit, and just go on. But it became so addicting that like the dude who created the game, like it outsold Angry Birds or something like that. Like it was just mad.
What?
Like yeah. Like, and it had this cult following. Like I said, I don't play games, so I didn't understand it much, but I remember out of nowhere, everybody just like, oh my god, this fucking game. And but the dude who made it deleted it, like, took it off the shit. But there's games just like it you can get.
So
you don't hear nobody blowing up about that shit.
He decided he was, like, ruining America and, like, took the game away?
I don't know. I can't, you know, I'm just telling you what I know. And I'm speaking on things I'm not very educated on. But
I just realized what I have done. Like, take it off.
Right.
Take it off.
There's a bunch of 6-year-olds that no longer listen to their parents because all they want to do is tap my screen.
Whatever. Like, there's like, he saw like a newspaper report of like some child playing Flappy Bird and walking into a street, get hit by a bus or something terrible. And he was just like, never again.
Dude, it makes you wonder how guilty, like, some people that own social media, like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, like, you know, there's some heinous shit that goes on that, you know what I mean? Just all the trolling.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm guilty of trolling occasionally.
Yeah, I know.
You know, I have my days, man.
Yeah.
But
no, I have no part of that. Like, there's no reason for. And I mean,
well, I mean, I don't troll like a douche. I find satire sites and troll on those. You know.
I mean, I'm not talking shit or anything about it. But it's, I don't like being mean to people if I can help it.
Yeah. No, I'm not being mean. Just usually dropping. Mm-hmm. No, really, just like dropping memes and shit. Because everybody enjoys a good.
Man, I'm not trying to jab at you or anything.
No, but everybody enjoys a good, you know, Mike Tyson meme.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
My tho is this Saturday. But no. So also, you've said you've got another date coming up on February 21st.
Oh, over there in Sweetwater.
Do you have a big following over there? Because you said you're over there. Or not a big following, but, you know, are there, like, you know, around a dozen people you could just call and be like, hey, man, should be playing this weekend? Like,
I don't know. I mean, I hear tales on street corners and back alleys that people over there have listened to my music and they like it. Some of my old high school friends would, like, get a hold of me from time to time and let me know that they listened and they like it or whatever. But other than that, like... no, I don't know. It's not a huge... I don't imagine I'm very, very popular. That's what I'm trying to say. I might be.
Well, you're going to be. In my opinion, you're too unique and good at what you do to not. You know, that's one thing that I really enjoy and like about the Texas scene is, you know, you know, there's still that, you know, it's who you know factor, but you know, I know you've met a lot of awesome people, you know, influential people, and you're an amazing singer, you're an amazing songwriter, you're a great musician. And there's no reason you shouldn't, you know, try to you know, promote yourself, you know, to become more popular. I mean, I know you are, but
that's what I'm lacking is the wanting to promote myself aspect of it. Like, to me, that's like, I just don't like doing it. I do it, and I'm learning to do it, and I like it, and because I mean, sink or swim, you know, like, figure it out or don't. And I've like figured it out. I despise trying to hype myself up to people.
Right.
It's like, I'm not, like, on one hand, I absolutely do want you to, like, go and check it out and, like, listen to it and stuff.
But on the other hand, you don't want to seem like a narcissist.
But exactly.
Yeah, no, that's, you know, when I'm, you know, this is our first episode of the podcast, you know, I'm sitting here trying to think when this thing was still a brainchild, I'm like, man, how am I going to put this out there without like shoving this down people's throat or being a douche? You know? So, but there's a singer-songwriter competition coming up in Stephenville. It's the Larry Joe Taylor singer-songwriter competition. Oh, no shit. And last year's winner, Mr. Dalton Domino, is going to be the host. I don't have the link on me, but
He's going to be the host? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
I think it's pretty cool. I think he did a really good job. He did a really good job. I mean, he has a great stage personality. Oh, yeah, he draws in the crowd. So, you know, he's a fun person to be around.
His music's great. You can write a good song.
Absolutely. So, but he's going to be hosting this deal, and you know, now that you know about it or whatever, you know, is that something that you may be interested in doing?
No. As much as I would love to, like, be able to go play with Larry Joe Taylor, just like
going back and forth to Stephenville.
Well, I mean, that doesn't bother me. My sister lives there and my niece, and I would love to be able to visit them more often. But one, I don't have the money to do that kind of thing, and secondly, I always feel really strange in a competition for music because it's not a competition, and I don't think. It should, because I mean, like, you can either feel really good about it, like if you do well,
right, or you can
really tear people down. It can ruin somebody's self-confidence, and like speaking from experience, you know, and it's not as much as you're like, oh, you know, I'm just doing it for the fun. There's definitely always gonna be a part of you that's
well, no matter what
man.
you do, it will, you know, it doesn't matter if you know, if it's cooking a meal for a friend or a significant other, or writing and playing a song. If you're gonna put in an effort and some form of a passion into something, you know, there's definitely a level of pride and you know, self gratification behind it. You know what I mean?
Definitely, and that's you know, that to me is kind of like,
so you can't tell somebody, or I mean you can, but it's douchey to tell somebody that song sucks. You know, I mean, although there are songs that suck out there. I mean, listen to your, you know, pop country station. You'll be surprised all day. But you know,
there's a lot of bad music everywhere.
Agreed. But you know, it's incredible that you know, there's a lot of people that can just, you know, talk down on some music. You know, if anything, be constructively, you know, critical. You know, but be positive behind it. If you hear somebody or whatever, I mean, something that's not, you know.
I don't give a shit if it's good or bad on the sound level of it. It's the people behind it that are doing. If they mean it when they're doing that, then I enjoy it. It's like you can tell they're putting their heart into it. Absolutely. It may sound like crap, you know, but just hearing somebody put their heart into something is worth listening to every time. But there's a lot of stuff that doesn't happen, and there's a lot of bad, like I said, there's a lot of bad music everywhere. There's a lot of really good music everywhere.
Well, absolutely, too. There's. I mean, I'm not talking down on Nashville.
No, for sure.
You know, there's still a lot of great songwriters and performers in Nashville, and honestly, I haven't been to Nashville recently, but from what I've heard from friends of mine that have gone up there, the people who are the most unhappy with the Nashville music scene, you know, as in the popular, you know, the shit that's on the radio, are the locals. They're like, you know, this is not, you know, the people like us that have a passion for what's going on in the music industry.
Yeah,
you know,
but I mean, there's not I don't think there's a lack of passion in pop country as of right now. There's it's exactly what you expect. Every time I watch a movie or I listen to a song, I don't expect anything. Whatever happens, I used to get really upset about things, about like movies, be like, this plot sucks, or about songs like this plot sucks, or it's just a dumb song, in my opinion. You know, I find something that I like because it makes life so much easier if you're just like, if whatever's happening around me, I might as well get myself in the position to enjoy it. So there's a lot of things. I mean, I don't prefer to listen to that kind of stuff.
Right.
But if I only have an AM FM radio in my car, so if I'm going between towns and all I have is a pop country station, I'm gonna enjoy that station. You know.
Right. I just roll the window down and hum.
Yeah, that's not a very common take on it, and that's fine. But it's a lot easier. Life's a lot easier if you make yourself enjoy everything.
Right. No, I don't know. It's just for me. I don't know, it's kind of like, you know, like I was saying earlier, like, you know, if I listen to dubstep, you know, I just get more, you know, energized or whatever. So just because there's just all this stimulus. But with the, you know, a lot of the stuff that's on Nashville, all this bro country stuff, all this, you know, it's not, it's like people nitpicking.
Yeah,
because I don't claim to be, you know, this country boy person, whatever, and I know you don't either. No. But I know you've, you know, gone out and helped work a field, or you've gone out and done something like that. You grew up in the middle of BF nowhere like I did.
Yeah, I had to build a lot of fence and chase a lot of cows.
Right. So I mean, so we've all, you know, roundaboutly found a way to actually, you know, live that lifestyle. And there's nothing like they say. You know what I mean? And it's, I don't know. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. It's just one of those things that I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, and that's and there's a lot of stuff I really just wholeheartedly disagree with that's going on. But whatever.
Yeah, default, it could be background music.
Yeah, I mean, just whatever. Just think about something else, or this is how I would do that differently.
Right on.
Or even there's a lot of the times what I enjoy about it is making fun of it to myself. So I mean, I don't know. That's a weird thing, but. There's everybody can do whatever they want. That's fine. They're making money doing something cool that they like doing for the most part, and you can't help but respect that.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the artistry in anybody. Some of those guys are amazing guitar players. You know what I mean? And I respect what they do. Just, you know, some of the things they do is just questionable. But on that note, regardless, it's been an awesome podcast. It's great to get to talk to you. I'm sure your fans are going to be pleased to know a little bit more about you. And we're definitely blessed to have you here with us, you know, today.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me. It's a good day. It's a nice little day.
Dude, absolutely. So one last time, people that are listening that want to, you know, check out your music and really may want to see you play again, just, you know, kind of plug yourself here.
Plug time. Facebook.com/Dallas Owens music. Or maybe it's just Dallas Owens. Try both. Or you can just search me. And Twitter @Dallas the person, as opposed to the city. That part's not part of the name. And SoundCloud, Dallas Owens, Reverb Nation, Dallas Owens. Just look me up, dude. If you just want to like get my personal Facebook and hit me up and be friends, like that's cool too, man.
Right on.
I'll be friends with whoever.
Cool. Well, anyway, thanks for tuning in on our Virgin Voyage, I should say. Tune in soon for our next guest. Stay plugged in, guys.